for Chris Wisdom. The young boy shoot first and ask questions later. One boy told me, I live for girls and paper. Ain't no hope in the neighborhood. Hood is what they call us because they scared. They rise up against us. So our only choice is to click, clack, tell them get the hell back. Ain't nobody ever had our back, so with our back against the wall, it's time to explode on all these haters. Or should I say patience? Because it literally takes a sick individual to speak death into someone else's vision. It's written we die for the lack of vision, and it's apparent that the lack of parents is the reason why the common sense is missing. We got these whack rappers raising our children, but they're the future. So I guess our future's full of niggas. And I ain't talking skin color, because I know niggas of all nations too. I'm talking broken, lost, and confused. And the first thing we'll tell them to do, go to church. When they decide to go, instead of finding God, they'll run into religion. And a bunch of indifferent Christians in different denominations with different interpretations of the same thing. God so loved the world. But what has this world come to? Generations of oppression. Finally, we learned the hard lesson. Finally, we reaping what we sowed. See, these young boys, they ain't scared of the police. They ain't scared of you. They ain't scared of me. They don't care about life. And we got one people to blame. One race. Those humans. The sins of the father are on the children. So the sin of sitting down when you're meant to stand. The sin of shutting up when you're meant to speak. The sin of being weak. The sin of oppressing each other. The sin of not being compelled to love your brother. The young boys, they inherited it all, and they say the buck stops here. It stops now. I've had enough. What do you tell a 16-year-old boy whose mother doesn't care, daddy wasn't around, and got too many brothers and sisters to count? What do you tell a 16-year-old girl whose first sexual experience was at the age of 10 molested by her uncle, and due to the fact that her mother didn't believe her, she had to force herself to like it until she loved it, until she couldn't get enough of it no matter where it came from? What do you tell the young people who live and die by the gun? What do you tell the young people that the only lesson they learned in life was to run? Run from responsibility, run from the police, run from you, run from me, run from each other. In turn, they run from themselves. What do you tell them? You tell them God so loved the world. He sent his only begotten son to die so that you might live. He didn't have to. He was compelled to. He compels me to. I compel you to love each other. Because look outside. The bodies of our babies are building a window to a future where we do not exist. We are going extinct. And the only way to stop it is to love.